Welcome to Conspiracy Corner, where we discuss conspiracy theories. Today's topic is conspiracy theories about COVID-19. There are 5 conspiracy theories I think are interesting and would like to discuss. First of all, there is the idea that SARS-CoV-2 is the product of bioengineering. The second conspiracy theory states that SARS-CoV-2 originated from a woman eating bat soup. According to theory number 3, SARS-CoV-2 has been circulating for much longer than we originally thought. Number 4 states that the mortality of COVID-19 is higher than we thought. And finally, according to statement number 5, young people do not get sick. Rumor has it that SARS-CoV-2 is a product of bioengineering. This is not true. SARS-CoV-2 originated from a zoonotic spillover, meaning that it switched from an animal to a human, and this has happened before with other viruses, such as SARS and MERS. Scientists have analyzed the genetic material of the virus and say that it bears the traces of evolution, meaning that it has many tiny imperfections a lab scientist would never have allowed to exist. There is a rumor stating that SARS-CoV-2 originated from a woman eating bat soup. There are even a couple of videos supporting this idea. However, most of these videos appear to be old or montages. SARS-CoV-2 did probably originate from animals, but scientists do not think it was bats who gave it to humans. Nevertheless, there is a kernel of truth to this theory. Bats are in fact a good reservoir for zoonotic pathogens, and changing environmental conditions and globalization make it easier for diseases to spread. First of all, body temperatures of bats rise to over 40 degrees Celsius when they're flying, which means that pathogens that live in bats are used to a fever-like state, making them extra resistant and dangerous to humans. The second factor that influences whether bad pathogens will make the switch to humans is the fact that human expansion is disturbing the animals and making them more and more stressed and therefore more vulnerable to disease. Thirdly, when diseases do make the switch from animals to humans, they spread much further and faster than before because of improved traveling facilities and infrastructure. Another theory states that SARS-CoV-2 has been circulating for much longer than we originally thought. This is most likely true. Scientists have modeled the spread of the disease and found that prior to January 23rd, when China imposed more severe travel ban restrictions, more than 80% of infections were undocumented. As SARS-CoV-2 spreads and moves from person to person, its genetic material changes ever so slightly. By studying these changes in the genetic material of the virus, scientists have come to the conclusion that it has been circulating in humans for quite some time now. There's also anecdotal evidence. In Italy, for instance, there had been an increase in cases of pneumonia even before the first patient was diagnosed with COVID-19. In hindsight, those were probably the first cases of disease. Another big question mark is the mortality of COVID-19, and it has been stipulated that it is much higher than we originally thought. The truth is, we just don't know yet. Most estimates currently range between 1 and 10%. Mortality also seems to differ per country. In China, mortality ranges around 4%. In Italy, it is much higher, averaging around 11%. And finally, in South Korea, it is as low as 1.6%. Initially, young people felt immune to the worries of the elderly, as it was thought that only old people would get very ill. This is partially true. Young children are less likely to get severely sick, and young people in general have better odds than old people, but they can still experience severe complications. Although we don't really know, there's a couple of hypotheses trying to explain where some people get sicker than others. First of all, the immune system is important. More specifically, the immune system of children seems to be better equipped at fighting the virus than that of adults. This could be because all pathogens are new to children, and therefore the immune system knows how to deal with them. Viral load, that is, how much virus one inhales at the time of infection, also plays a role. The more virus you inhale, the more particles will multiply and attack the body, making it hard for the immune system to fight them off. A cytokine storm is a phenomenon that can happen and negatively affects outcome. It is when the immune system goes into overdrive, thereby damaging its own body and making collateral damage. Genetics is another important factor in the equation. Some people might have mutations in their gene coding for the enzyme that the virus uses to get into the cell. These mutations might make someone more or less vulnerable to the disease. That's all. Stay at home, stay safe.